Do I have my microphone on? I do have my microphone on. Usually I mute it so I don't have to hear myself in my head. Well, in my earphones, in my headphones. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. Welcome to our co-create session. This will be the last one for a couple of weeks. I'm taking 2 weeks off, thereabouts. More like 3 weeks off. To do Vid Summit and to do some other things that need to get done. And because of this 106 live streams, I've put it off and put it off and put it off. But now I gotta get it done. Like sewing some new clothes and doing some home stuff, making the pillows and stuff. That's why I've been working on it in these live streams, is because I feel guilty because I said I was going to do it and I never did it. So tonight, we're going to turn on some music. We are going to listen to some music, create some stuff together, whether you're cleaning or doing homework or whatever. We'll have some just music mix. I don't know about you, but I work better when I have something to block out. So, yeah, let's get the music started. Let's get this party started. Somewhere in here. Here we go. If I can remember my pin. There we go. Days. Days are hard. There we go. And let's do playlists. And we're going to do my studio mix. This is a shuffle of all the creator mix songs that I like. So let's check and see what kind of volume we've got. Oh, it's okay though. All right. Let me know if you can hear that, if it's too quiet. And we'll go from there. Catherine. How's it going? I am working on a skirt that I've been wanting to make for like 5 years. I want to start 2026 off with a new slate, sort of. Like, I just want to have, a sense of completion. Like, I've come full circle this year, because the year did not start off well for me, but it did, because I found out I was going to have a grandson, or a grandchild, in January. I found out about it, and he was born a few months ago. I haven't been able to see him yet, because, you know, life, and they're on the other side of the country, so I gotta figure out logistics, but eventually I'll get there. I think we are almost done with the gathering bit here. How are you doing? This is for me. This is I'm trying to eliminate all of the polyester and unnatural fabrics from my wardrobe, which is really hard because I live in comfy pants and pajama pants and leggings, yoga pants, that kind of thing. I don't own a pair of jeans. Even if I did, the jeans nowadays are all Lycra, and I just feel like I need to go back to natural fabrics. I used to be a big person about, you know, keeping things as natural as possible so they breathe, and now I'm in Texas and it's hot, and who wants to be hot all the time? I keep losing my spot. There we go. That's my spot. And this is my spot. So this is cotton fabric, and it's gonna be a long flowy skirt and be comfortable. Let's see, I need a white one. And I haven't made one of these since 2009 or 10. And those all got lost. So here we go. And this is how I did it last time, and if I'm doing it wrong, then I guess my teachers taught me wrong. But this is the best way I know how to do it, and the fastest way. I don't have a gathering foot. I thought about purchasing one, but then I'm like, well, let's see how this goes before I go and spend money. You know, and that's, I'm 5'11" and about 225 pounds. I've lost a bunch of weight since I started making candy, which seems ironic. It's like she's making candy and she's losing weight, because I don't eat everything I make. I mean, I taste it and make sure it tastes good, but I'm up and moving and doing things again, and instead of just sitting at this desk or sitting at my desk downstairs editing and cussing at my computer. But my goal weight is 175, but you know, if I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. I'm not worried about it. But that's why I'm making my dress or skirt. And I had an idea of just taking this and sewing it to the bottom of an old t-shirt, so it's like it's just like a whole flowy thing. I'm thinking about it. it seems like there's a lot out there that has never been available to more bohemian style dressing and plus size. Yes. And you know, Amazon is all fast fashion. It's just all craziness, and I'm over it. I've ordered several things and returned them all, and I figured, you know what? I've got fabric here. Let's just do this. Okay, where is my red one? There's my red. No, that's not red. It looks red on that side. Oh, hey, are they red on one side? Yes, they're red on one side, orange on the other. So this is my back. And what I usually do is I think this is my back. Yes. What I usually do is I lay it down and then I kind of smudge it as I go along between these two. Otherwise I'll be here all day just trying to gather all these things up together. So I just kind of smudge it as I go. Have I considered any of the new weight loss drugs? My neighbor went from 225 to 158 in 2 months. No, I will not take drugs in order to lose weight. I know why I gained the weight. One is perimenopause, and there's nothing, no drug in the world is going to help with that weight gain. That's just part of nature. And that's why I say my goal is 175. If I hit 190, I'll be happy. You know, if I hit 195, I'll be happy. As long as I'm healthy, I'm eating healthy, and I'm moving. Because I used to work a lot of jobs that were always on the go, always moving. And now I sit all day, and not because I'm I'm lazy, but because it's just, that's the nature of the beast. I sit at my art table and I create. So now that I'm making candy and doing all that, doing 3 experiments a day or trying to, and testing out flavors and recipes and trying to remember my grandma's peanut brittle recipe, and I just remember, there's certain things I remember. So, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. The little skirts for little dresses, go online and get Barbie doll patterns. You can get them fairly easily. Okay, that's the 3-layer one. Excuse my throw. I'm just tossing things over like I own the place. Oh wait, this is my studio, so I guess I kind of do. Now I lost the back. I want to start at the back. There it is. I found it again. So I'm over at the sewing machine here, and I'm going to zip through this, because this is going to be an underskirt, so it doesn't have to be perfect, because I didn't want my first skirt to be like, needs to be perfect, because I know me. All right, I'm going to have to take that pin cushion over to the other side. All right. So we'll zhuzh as we go along. I just like flowy skirts, and I've always felt more comfortable in them rather than jeans, because I have such long legs, and even the women's longs are too short. So it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll just see what happens and go from there. All right, here we go. Just trying not to. The last time I did this, I sewed the back side to the front side inadvertently. So I'm trying not to do that again. Keep the, like all 4 layers of fabric all together, all at once. So yeah, that's not what I want to do here. Doot. Doot. There we go. Take this out. I wish I had the ruffle. I think it's a ruffle or a gathered foot, but I don't. And we'll see how these turn out, and if it's worth it to me to buy it, I will definitely get it. It's only like $30, but I've already spent a lot of money on candy making stuff, and I just can't justify the cost. Not right now. Not when I can do it by hand. And yes, it would save a lot of time. I could just line it up and go. But I'm not a seamstress. I don't even pretend to be one. I'm lucky I know how to thread a machine. Let's just put it that way. Okay, that went way off kilter. That's all right. We'll make it better. There's a lot of fabric on my desk. All right, I think I'm gonna pull this out. I've got all these pins. On the other side, and I wasn't thinking when I did that. So, get a drink of water because it's frustrating me because it keeps sliding around. You know, I didn't think I was coordinated to sew either, so it is what it is. A gathering foot takes the bottom layer and feeds it through, and then it puckers the top one. So actually this fabric is an old bed sheet, cotton bed sheet that I like the pattern of. It's very thin stripes, and I had them go up and down because vertical stripes make you look taller and slimmer. At least that's the optical illusion they'd like us to believe. Now I got a sip of water. I gotta take a deep breath. I am not a seamstress. I don't even pretend to be one. But you can get them at Michael's. They have, at least I had them there before for my Singer, because I just have the Singer heavyweight. I'm sure Clara's sewing machine has, she's got a gathering foot on hers. I probably, I gotta bring it in and get it cleaned. Hasn't been cleaned in God knows how long, which is what I should do this next week. Okay, now we're straight again, I think. And you can like do like where you baste it, and then like you take a big long running stitch and you like gather it that way and then pin it down where you want it. I can't do that. Oh, now we're getting really close to the edge here. It's okay. We'll make this work. There we go. Lay this down here. And this here. Go. I think we're about halfway. Okay, take that pin out, lay that flat, and off we go. So much easier to do when you're not thinking about it. You just kind of do it. And like I said, this is not going to be perfect. I'm just seeing if I can still do it. And it'll give me the idea of how much fabric I need for the one that I'm going to make for reels. And I will probably come back and re-stitch this because there's a couple of areas where I got kind of off the beaten path. And that's okay. So I'm doing a very, very super narrow seam just for that reason. Just because I know that I will get off and I'll need to take out some stitches probably, and it's okay. I'm relearning. It's been over a decade since I've done this, so this is me just learning and experimenting and having fun. More cussing at my sewing machine really, but I can't cuss on my live streams. That's why I waited. I'm like, okay, so if I'm doing this on a live stream, I can't swear. Well, I can swear. It's my channel. I do what I want. But there have been a couple of times I have sworn, but I try not to, because if Diane watches, I want her to be able to watch and not be, I won't say offended, but I try and respect other people. I cuss like a sailor. If I'm a sailor's daughter, so it makes sense. that pin before we sew over it. Okay, I think this is the last turn. Kind of getting a rhythm here, kinda. At least it's not satin or something fancy that requires or silky. Oh, I would be swearing. I apologize to anybody, but I would be swearing. I'd be swearing up a storm. Oh, cool. We are almost done. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's get this pulled. There we go. Gather this up. Uh-oh. That's getting off track. There we go. I'll be back over there in a second. If everything goes right, which it kind of is. We've got one more section left. So let's pull this pin. And then there we go. You know you're doing okay if your threads end up matching. All right. Let's see how we did. Or I did. I'm doing this solo. I'm gonna grab my other pins here. There we go. I have this pin cushion that's supposed to go on the back of your arm, but I don't like things around my wrists, so I mean, I like my bracelets because they're tight, but I don't like this kind of stuff. So keep all your Misfit greeting cards. I pulled them all out today. I think today will be the day I pull whatever out and make something for the old one. But I love using old greeting cards. Today will be the day. Go forth and seek the red dot. There's a meme out there. See, now I don't think that looks bad. Some of them are gathered more than others, which is fine. So, oops, I brushed the microphone. I apologize for that. So, I think that looks fine. And yes, I will press it and all that, but I want to go back over it and make sure it lays flat. See, some of them are super gathered and some aren't. It's okay. It's okay. So this is our back. Let's do, there. That's the front. I think it looks okay. It's not, and I pressed it, but it's still wrinkly. I don't know what the deal is. But for an underskirt, I think that'll be cute. I mean, it's not fast fashion, and it's upcycling, so there you go. All right, now, so here's how I'm doing it. And this might be interesting. So I might just put paint splatters on here just because I can. So this is the back. So I'm going to put the pin in here, right here. And I didn't realize they're peach on one side and red on the other, so I guess that's fine. So that's that back, and we're only going to use that peach one because I got yellow, unless white and yellow are the same. Nope, white is white, yellow, yellow, green, green. Okay, so we got these two sides and these two sides. Let's do white. And we'll put these on the other side when we do this. Okay. So take this. This is 3 panels, but I think are they all the same size panels? I don't remember. No, I don't think so. No, it's 1, 2 and a half, I think. I'm trying to figure this out again. I don't remember. Let's do it this way. Nope, that's 1 panel. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. This is 1 panel. So we're going to put this together like this. And there's a seam here. So do white. Hang on, before we put any pins in here. So now it's going to be a 3-tiered skirt. So we're going to put it on the bottom tier, which I have 2 panels here and then another panel here. So I want, I'm trying to think how I want this. I want this towards the front and the others towards the back, because these will be more towards the sides, they won't be straight in front. So, but first, I have to I think this will be easier if I turn this right side out. And I'm just gonna take this, and this is where the waistline is gonna be. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna use for the waistline, if I'm gonna use more of this and then just make a simple elastic strap, elastic waistband. There we go, elastic strap. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this down so I know this is the top panel and I don't want to accidentally pin to it. So this is how I do this, that way, because there is a lot of fabric. This is a queen size sheet and I used probably 3/4 of it. All right, and then this is the back, so this is the front. Okay, and then this is the front. So we're going to put our pin in here. Put a white pin in for the front and the back. White pin. Oh, and a red pin for the back. This is the back. Okay, and then this is the part that gets a little unwieldy. Now we take the front and the back and we match them up and find our sides. So this is our side. Excuse me. So that's our side there. And then what we can do while we have this is we can fold this in quarters and get our sub side. So, and if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. There we go. So we're going to put a yellow and a yellow. Let's grab out of this one. They lead you to the cookie jar. You know, I've been making test marshmallows because I made marshmallows when I was in culinary school, and they were just like the most delectable, wonderful thing in the whole wide world, right? And let's see, I need white. And I can't eat jet puff marshmallows because of it now. But I haven't, I mean, I can eat them. I can eat the miniature ones. They're okay. They're edible. So, but anyway, that's going to be the new business, is hard candies. So cut rock candy, lollipops, that sort of thing, and marshmallows and brittle, because I love peanut brittle. And I could eat peanut brittle every day and never get tired of it. And if I'm going to have a candy, I would rather have something somewhat healthy about it. But I've been practicing on doing images inside the candy, kind of like Lofty Pursuits and Rocks and Rolls candy, how they put the images inside. And I'm actually doing okay. I think I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Okay, I got it in quarters now. So we're gonna kind of fold this up. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Well, I figured I love to make stuff and I like to help people create their happiness, so why not? Okay, so we got the front and the back here, and then I'm just going to take a scissors. I want to cut this because this little loopy, I don't know what happened. I don't even know if this scissors is going to cut this, but we're going to try. Hey, how do you like that? There. I feel better now. All right, I'm going to mute my microphone here for a moment. Okay. So, I did it here too. I think there was a few on the other side too. All right, so that's the back. This is the side. So we're gonna go white. And then fold it in half. And get some yellow pins. This way, I only have to think once. I just match them up. I like not thinking. I like just doing. That's why I like art, because I don't have to think about things too much. I just kind of let my body do what it needs to do. Excuse me. Let's see. White. And now I got the hiccups because I drank that water and it's cold. Okay, I'm gonna finger press this a little bit. That way we get a little bit of a fold and I can kind of see what I'm doing. There we go. Do we have any more yellow? Yep. Yellow and yellow. So if you can make it on a big scale, I would think you'd be able to make it on a smaller scale. So, you know, I only need to practice doing my stitching. So, okay, so we're going to gather this up and find our back. And then right sides are together, like that. And our back should be right there, and the other back should be right there. So now we take our back and our back, match them up. Out the pin and put one pin in because we don't need two. There we go. And this is our front. Yes? Yes, because here's our side. And this is our front. So we'll match those up. And then if everything is done right, this one I might have to pin a little bit more in place, just for the simple fact that there's so much more fabric. Right? And then this will come down like that. Yep. Okay. So let's find our side here. White and white. Okay, take this out. Put it in the pincushion, not in your mouth. Sometimes I feel like a toddler. Don't put that in your mouth. And I'm talking to myself. Monday Night Lives are me doing whatever I feel like doing. All the other lives that I've done are all junk journaling, and I did 30 journals in 30 days. There's a whole playlist And some of those live sessions are 7 hours long. You know, 6, 4, 7. I think I know there was one that was at least 7 hours long. So yeah, there's a lot of junk journaling on this channel. There's a lot of acrylic pouring on this channel too, if you like that kind of stuff. Because if you go to my homepage and then you scroll down, there'll be an archive section words. I know the words. There'll be an archive section, and there's 800, probably over 900 live streams in there. And a good portion of those are acrylic pouring sessions, and unfortunately they're with my ex, but I don't have the heart to delete him, even though he's, you know, not the best human being, but you know, we all do what we can do. And it's a matter of just going in there and kind of, I mean, I try to make the thumbnails unique. We did color palette challenges, and we did Artapalooza, which was a whole bunch of people getting together and arting together. And unfortunately that stopped, but I want to bring it back and kind of have more of a kind of free-for-all, like y'all do what you want to do and let's just make art together, you know. If you want to do an hour's worth of oil painting, go for it. Because that's the one thing that I miss about being back home, is I had more people to talk art with than I do now. Okay, there's that. And then there's this one. Yeah, so this is the right side. Oh, I want to make sure I didn't pin this wrong. Yeah, that's the right side, because there's the seam. Okay. I was freaking out a bit. I had a couple of friends that didn't have a channel, and they would come on. You use your YouTube account. I gotta figure out a new way to do it, because the company that I was using decided to quadruple their rates, so it wasn't affordable anymore. And I think I found another software to use, so it may be a little bit more complicated, but yeah, if you have a cell phone and a headphones or earbuds work. They didn't have channels before, and then they came on Artapalooza, and lo and behold, they started their own channel. And I think it's fantastic. I'm stinking proud of them. To this day, I will never begrudge them anything. But life just gets lifey. Okay, we have all our colors matched, I think. White, yellow, red is the back. Yellow, white. Okay, so let's just start here and work our way around. Excuse me. So what we'll do is we'll take two sections and pull them together. I think I made this too big. Well, maybe not. There we go. We're going to use green. And then we'll do the same thing here. So there'll be a few more pins in here. And then I can just pleat it out. Yeah. All right. So we'll do this. After the first of the year, I'm thinking of starting it again if I can get enough people interested, even if it's just me and someone else. I'm not particular. I just like having people have fun, you know? Yeah, and then I can just pleat these down. Yep. Okay, there's that one. Now, fold this in half. I don't know if I'll get to sewing this tonight, but as long as I have it pinned, it won't take nothing for me to just in the morning come up here as I'm sipping coffee. This is the kind of stuff I like to do when I'm tired and I don't really want to think. I just do. Okay, there we go. There's another project, another skirt that I'm working on that is going to require some maths, I think. And I'm not good at maths. You and Stephanie from the Painted Raven would be fast friends because that is her favorite artist as well. Her bathroom at her shop is like plays homage to her. It is so cute. I love it. All the butterflies that are in there and just all the things. I don't have a favorite artist. I just love so many different things that I don't have a certain style that I really, really love. I love Victorian architecture and but I like bohemian style, eclectic. I'm very eclectic. I can go from grunge to pop art in like 30 seconds. So, I don't know. Maybe it's my ADHD. I like Jackson Pollock. I like Andy Warhol, but I also like the classic stuff, like Monet and I can't even think now. See, I said this is the kind of stuff when I do when I got my Dane Bramage going on. There's too much blood in my caffeine system. And that one's white. Here we go. See, we're getting this. We're getting it. Me, myself, and I are having an adventure. Excuse me. If I had to pick a favorite junk journaler, it would be Eva from Bohemian Crafting. She's my favorite. She's my absolute favorite. I adore her. If I ever got to hug her neck, I would. I've been watching her for probably almost a decade now. Because I've always loved upcycling and taking things and making new things with them. It's always been a thing for me. Partially because I've always you know, had to be budget friendly. I had to be budget minded. There we go. And it's just a matter of, you know, making do with what you got. And, you know, people are like, oh, I can't do my art anymore because art supplies are so expensive. I'm like, make your own. Food coloring is cheap. Food coloring and some, not plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is expensive. What's it? Drink compound. And do texture and mix it together and, or, you know, just because red number, whatever it is, red number 40 or whatever that everybody's always up in arms about. And as a candy maker, it's like, okay. Whatever. And red number, what is it? Red number 3 has been over in the EU has been banned, but only for certain things. So that's something they don't mention. Anyway, not to get political on my channel. That is the two things I do not talk about is politics and religion, because everybody is allowed their opinion even if it's wrong. No, I'm kidding, joking. Totally joking, please. People get heated and I don't want heated. I want calm. But I forgot where I was going. I found Eva when I was doing back in 2017, I think. And she did a corset journal, and that was the first video I watched of hers, and then I got hooked. And I've always had it in the back of my head to do it. And then I love acrylic pouring. I love doing it, but I got burnt out on it. I mean, having to do it, excuse me, for all the time. And I'm an ADHD artist. I will want to do this day and this day, and you know, I'm not a one what is a one pony show? Is that how they say it? I'm not that person. I mean, I'll spend a whole day baking, and then the next day I'll, you know, do a bunch of, you know, journal stuff, and then the next day I'll want to do, you know, meal prep, or I'll make you know, overnight oats, you know, prep all that, and you know, I just kind of bounce around. And I found for me the best thing to do is to embrace my chaos. Does this go here or there? This goes here, I think. Yeah, there we go. So that's why, you know, I was afraid for the longest time to start a candy business, because I'm like, well, what if I get burnt out on it like I did acrylic pouring? And I'm like, well, there's so many things I can challenge myself with. Acrylic pouring became boring when there wasn't anything that was challenging. I pretty much could do, I won't say every pour, like the balloon pour, but I didn't even like the balloon pour. It's like, I don't even like it. I mean, it's pretty, but I'd rather do something else. You know, that is very much down. You and I are very much akin in that. I don't do Happy Meal per se, but I'll make something and give it to them just randomly, just because I can. And you know, that's just how I roll. Like I'll make Grandpa oatmeal raisin cookies because that's his favorite. or Meyer lemon pound cake. Freaking loves that stuff. And so I'll take a day and I'll bake. Haven't done it this summer though, because it's too bloomin' hot. Come on, I gotta have enough of these green ones to go all the way around. If I run out, I'll start using the pearl ones just so I have a different color. All right, where are we? Oh, we got a lot. We got a long ways to go. We're halfway. Let's do the pearl ones, because I don't think I have enough green ones. No, I don't. I know I got the hiccups. Yeah, I only have like 4, so we'll grab these pearl ones. That'll work. We'll do green in the middle though, I think. Yeah, because this is the back right here. So there's 2 sections and then 2 sections. So if I have 4 green ones, I'm good. Okay. And that is what we'll do. Oh, it was my, you know what? That's why. Here, let's do this. Is that better? My microphone tends, when I'm working with fabric, it brushes up against and it slides down and down and down my shirt. So, thank you for saying something. But Eva Bohemian Crafting is my favorite junk journaler. I've been watching her forever. And she's adorable. Or as I say, adorkable. That's a compliment. Because I think people who are dorky and weird and unique, they just stand out in my book. So yeah. Okay. Okay, green. And then we'll do a pearl one. This is a lot. This is going to be a big skirt. Heavy skirt. Well, not heavy because it's cotton, but I've got a tie-dye skirt. I've got 2 skirts that I kept. Everything else got donated. And I figure I'm not gonna wear it. And and you're gonna think I'm weird, but it's more because of the energy. I'm trying to attract positive energy, and I feel icky when I wear polyester. I feel itchy and just icky. So chaos on paper brings me peace of mind. Yeah. How do you said quote, and all of a sudden I had Jessica Rabbit. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. It's just, I don't know why that popped into my head. Just see, this is welcome to my brain. This is my brain. So I'm lining up like the lines in certain spots because I think that's going to help keep it kind of together. And these are big honking pins. Holy Hannah. All right. 3 more sections to go. Who said that? chaos on paper brings me peace of mind. Who said that? Just so we can credit them, because it is kind of true. I'll be real. With my ADHD, sometimes the more crazy I get with things, the more I feel normal. But then again, who wants to be normal? My motto in life, since I think it was like 7th grade, there was this kid named Robert Morton, and he had a t-shirt that was, I want to say it was blue with yellow lettering. I could be completely wrong and misremembering, but it said, "Why be normal? Why be normal?" And ever since I saw that shirt, I've lived that motto. That's been my motto. It's like, why? Why do I have to be normal? Who says? Who says? Oh, and you know what? I just remembered something too. Hang on one second. Let's set this down. I have another reason why the volume might be wonky. I forgot to turn off my fan. Give me a moment. There we go. That should be better now. Okay, where was I? Right here. I'm doing a junctional paint with gems. Interesting. I've always wanted to do like a kaleidoscope page and take like micas and a stencil and make it look like a kaleidoscope, like all the colors kind of blending into each other, and then go back over it with like white and black or gray or whatever color would suit. I don't know. I get random ideas all the time, and I should keep a notebook, but I used to keep notebooks and then they got lost in one of my moves, and along with all my important paperwork. So I think it was just bad luck. But I don't believe in luck. Create your environment. You gotta do you. But anywho. And there we go. Now I can kind of see where I need to go. So we're just hanging out together tonight and listening to music and doing our thing. And the music is from Creator Mix, which is created by Dean Niman and Nick Niman. I've been following them since before I even had a channel. Everybody said, use your smartphone. I said, I have a stupid phone. It thinks it's smart, but it's really stupid, because I had an LG K7 or something. It was a smartphone, but it wasn't very smart. And I use my, when I'm live streaming up here, I use my webcams, but my new footage that I'm recording for the candy content is being done on my two Samsung phones and Michael was kind enough to borrow me an old iPhone, so there's that. To buy products that just for the box or package. You know, we keep a lot of stuff. We've been keeping all our boxes because I'm hoping this fall to build garden beds out back. That's one of the things that we're gonna be doing, hopefully, if it doesn't start raining or doing any god-awful hot weather again. We're gonna start that, at least get the plans for it, because we have a lot of fencing and just random stuff like that that we can use. And I'm saving the cardboard boxes to put at the bottom of the, remove the labels, because you don't want the labels in there, but and then I've got some buckets, and I have one more section left after this little one here. Excuse me. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna do, I say we, but it's me. We're gonna do some, not container gardening, what's it called? Hydroponics. And I can do that all year round. The cats don't eat it. Is the rainbow flower at the bottom of the screen an LGBTQ flower? I like it, it's very tasteful. Actually, that is my logo. That's the flower for my logo. And I am very supportive of the whole philosophy, if it harms none, do it thee will. And that includes hurting yourself. So if that is, you know, as long as you stay happy and healthy and you're not hurting anybody, you do whatever the flop you want. That's kind of my philosophy. I do have a lot of people that are in that community that I know and I love. And again, don't get political. I don't talk political, but I am open to everyone. I don't judge. It's not my job. My job is to love people and help them create their happiness. Because in that happiness, in seeing them happy, it makes me happy. So I don't know if I'm brave or if I'm crazy. So I just kind of, it's like, I can make that. Let's make that. You know, I used to go into Hobby Lobby and I'd like shop their signs and stuff. I'm like, dude, I can make that. And I would. And then one of my friends is like, why don't you just make that for a living and you can make a bunch of money. And I'm like, because it doesn't make me happy. I want to be happy too. I want to do stuff that makes me happy. I mean, for my own home, you know, I'll make whatever I need to. But to put it for sale, that means I got to do a whole bunch of them all the time. And I want to do stuff that I really, really enjoy doing, like I'm passionate about. And I love food. If I could bake and not have to bake, you know, bake every day, you know, like I want to be able to do stuff that I can do every day. And I already did the bake every day thing, and I'm over it. I'm way over it. then with candy, I don't have to make candy every day. I can make candy one day and package it the next. And then the next day I can work on the website, or I can come up here and work in the studio and then make more candy. And you know, I don't have to do it every day right now. If it ever comes where I have to do it every day, then it's something I enjoy doing because I love experimenting, and basically I like to play with my food. Do I sell journals? I try to. I have a handful that I won't sell, but usually they're more, I kind of like follow a theme that's not my own. Like, I've made journals that are just for me. Like, it's 100% my style, like for me. And then I make journals that I think other people would enjoy. Because my thing is, I want to create something that brings someone joy. And if it's candy, if it's a journal, if it's a, you know, a painting, I just want to do stuff. Okay, so there is the third layer. So we pinned it right, yay. Oop, I just dropped my headphones because I take my headphones off if I'm going to be talking because I don't like hearing myself talk. Like, it's really loud in my headphones. So, give me a moment. Okay, so this is our back, and we'll start here, and then I'll just stitch all around this, but I think this is going to take me probably close to like a half an hour, and we are already at our 90-minute mark. So I'm going to take this and find my white one and put them together and kind of pull this together like this, and I will put this away for right now. I don't know how I'm going to hem it. I was actually thinking, I've got some lace. I might actually just stitch some lace on the bottom. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I do need to hem it. But I thought it'd be kind of cute to just do some light lace. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll get there. Excuse me. So this is the last co-create that we'll have for a couple of weeks. I already have the next co-create scheduled, and so you can go and put, I think it's public. It'll be public after this live. I'll put it public after this live. We do have a live stream Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. Tomorrow morning will be another, the last of the 5 brown bag challenge. And then when I come back from my little vacation, which is not really going to be a vacation, I'm going to be working like every day, all day, on getting edited content and getting all that stuff done, and working on the gardens, and you know, stuff that I've been putting off for the last 3 months. So and then we'll do the brown paper bag. We'll do the live Monday night and Wednesday night for the co-create, and then we'll on Tuesday night, I think, Tuesday night we will do a junk journal element, and then Thursday morning will be Tuesday morning. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every week we'll go live, and then we'll have a video out once a week. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. I gotta rekindle my DaVinci Resolve's knowledge. I haven't edited a video in a couple of weeks, and sometimes if you don't use it, you lose it. But I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. If you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below, or you can email me at the address on my my YouTube channel. That does come directly to me. So I appreciate you so very much, and I'm grateful that you're here. Always remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.